welcome back to Lumiapedia, where we learn about the newest test subjects. Today, we'll be looking at a cat.
이번엔 어디로 놀러 가볼까요?
Irem uses abilities in her human form to poke enemies down while creating marks that enhance her cat form abilities. Let's take a quick look at her skills. Irem has two skill sets between her two-legged form and four-legged form. Her passive gives additional stats when moving to a different area or staying in one area for a period of time. In her human form, Irem creates fish marks and cat bell marks with bouncy ball and love jump. Let's Be Friends offers a way for Irem to peel and crowd control. Pet Me transforms Irem to her cat form. Cat form is enhanced depending on which marks Irem interacts with. Cat form is extra mobile, especially with the mini charge, attack on cat punch, and perfect pounce. She can also make enemies airborne with hissy fit. Love Me transforms Irem to her other form. Irem's passive is Catitude. When Irem enters a different area, her vision range increases. After staying in the same area for a certain amount of time, instead of vision range, her other abilities are enhanced. Eating food made with fish immediately recovers her HP for a fixed amount of max food HP regen. Whenever Irem moves her location to a different area, she gains different bonus effects. With the passive, Irem can be safer moving into new locations without getting visioned beforehand. Additionally, remember to make food with fish to surprise enemies with instant healing when they don't expect it. Q. Bouncy Ball. Irem throws a bouncy ball, which becomes stronger with each bounce and deals skill damage to enemies in range. When the ball hits an enemy, it stops bouncing and leaves a fish mark. Bouncy Ball is a skill shot ability that bounces multiple times, getting bigger and stronger. The ability is most effective when fighting enemies at some distance. Bouncy Ball also can create a fish mark and cat bell mark, making Irem's cat combo even more powerful when chained correctly. W. Let's Be Friends. Irem creates a small field that slows enemies and deals skill damage to enemies in range. Enemies hit by the damage are charmed. The slow is maintained for a short amount of time after the enemy leaves the field. The range is short and the field is small. While the skill can lead to a charm, the field takes a bit to explode. While the slow is weak, the skill can help land Bouncy Ball. Let's Be Friends also is more efficient when used along with other abilities to ensure the crowd control lands. E. Love Jump. Irem quickly moves towards a certain direction and leaves a fish mark at her original spot. While the dash is short, Irem can jump walls. The ability leaves a fish mark on the ground, and the basic attack after creates a cat bell mark on the target as well. The skill is great for preparing the cat combo. R. Love Me. Change the Irem form. When a fish mark is created, Irem's next basic attack has increased range, deals additional skill damage, and leaves a cat bell mark for a short amount of time. The target with the cat bell mark shares their vision to Irem. R. Pet Me. Change the cat form. Moving to a fish mark as a cat grants a shield that absorbs damage. Her ultimate allows Irem to swap between her two forms, with each form offering different passive effects. In Irem form, players should utilize applying marks to maximize their skill rotations, which empowers abilities in cat form. Q. Cat Punch. Next basic attack, Irem charges to her target, dealing additional skill damage. If you attack a target with the cat bell mark, the enemy is stunned. Afterward, Irem strikes continuously, and each enemy within range takes skill damage. If the target is affected by crowd control, deal additional skill damage. cat form Q is Cat Punch. Irem shortly hops her target and deals damage. Using the skill against targets with the cat bell mark stuns. The continued strike after the first hit does extra damage if the target is under crowd control, so make sure to synergize with other skills. W. Hissy Fit. Irem spins in the air, powerfully striking enemies with her tail, dealing skill damage and knocking up enemies airborne. Damaging an enemy with the skill reduces the cooldown of Love Jump and Perfect Pounce. Irem takes a while to spin and finish the animation for the skill. However, Irem can reposition while casting. Chaining Hissy Fit with Cat Punch gives additional bonus damage. Another way to use the ability is to chain crowd control with Irem form W, Let's Be Friends. Damaging an enemy with the skill lowers cooldowns on her mobility skills, so make sure you're precise. E. Perfect Pounce. Irem leaps, dealing skill damage to enemies within range. Leaping towards a fish mark increases jump distance. Irem's cat form E is Perfect Pounce. The skill is great for mobility and does skill damage to enemies. The skill actually has two range indicators, with one being a normal hop and one having further distance if used towards a fish mark. Make sure to hover the fish mark when using the hop to get increased distance. Irem is centered around comboing and chaining her skills to maximize output. Her marks amplify her damage as well as offer utility. We hope players can find new ways to pilot Irem and find exciting combos. We believe Irem has a high skill ceiling while being a fun, mobile character. So give her a try. Irem is a skill amp based character that requires her to get close to the enemy to attack in her cat form. Irem in total has 6 abilities, making cooldown reduction a great stat for her. We made our plan based on her reliance on skill amp for damage and cooldown reduction for combo cycles. We chose the bomb for the weapon. The weapon has a great amount of cooldown reduction. The attack speed is also great for Irem, who uses basic attacks between her combo. Depending on the rest of the build, Sticky Bomb can also be a great pick. Cardinal Robes was our choice for the chest. Cardinal Robes has a fairly good stat. We also believe that Holy Orders is one of the priority upgrades for Irem, rather than Cabana. Therefore, we won't be making a separate effort to make commanders. Imperial Bergonet for the head. The equipment has a high skill amp and cooldown reduction, all the stats we want. The item also increases our movement speed. Tindalos Band for the arm. The equipment similarly gives good amount of skill amp and cooldown reduction. While not required, the equipment can also be upgraded to Tindalos Monarch, which increases the cooldown reduction cap. Straitjacket Sneakers for our choice of leg. The sneakers are a classic choice for skill amp builds as it provides damage and SP regen. Revenge of Gujun for the accessory. The item offers skill amp while being accessible to craft on the route that we have planned. Here are our choices for our augments. We went with Vampiric Bloodline as our main augment. The augment is great for skill amp based characters that require continuous strikes, and Irem cycles through many abilities for her damage. For our sub augments, we went with Stopping Power for more damage. We also picked Spirit Calling to make up for her SP regen. For secondary augments, we went with Support Tree for Thorn Shackle, which provides more damage for characters with crowd control, and Dea for more vision at night. The plan we made is a 4-zoner that goes Archery Range, Alley, Avenue, and Beach. The first zone is Archery Range. The next zone is Alley, so if you have the luxury to, make sure to grab items for the distribution closest to Alley after checking the minimap at the start. Our plan will be using spicy fish stew and hot honey water for consumables. Therefore, feel free to get rid of the starting bread. The plan makes Straitjacket Sneakers fairly late, so we advise making Heelys to route faster. The second zone is Alley. Best case scenario is farming the building that is close to Archery Range. However, if other players have already taken items from the distribution, you can use the Hyperloop to Alley to place yourself in a different distribution. Grab all the lighters you find to prepare food and drinks. Third zone is Avenue. If you're ahead of time, you can grab Vision here to get more information after. You can check the zone after farming Beach to see if there are boars you can farm. Final zone is beach. You can finish the rest of the items here, including food after fishing. Once it turns to night, farm the bears here, and make sure to grab vision beforehand. You can obtain a lot of weapon mastery by getting all the farm here and even fighting enemies that visit the zone. The cute cat of Lumia Island is finally here. We hope everyone enjoys the 61st test subject, Irem. We'll see you next time for our 62nd test subject. Good luck on the island.